Hi everyone, it's Allison Cordner here again. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my personal branding sessions that are geared for professionals, people who are in business for themselves, starting your business, and also for therapists or budding therapists, people in the wellness industry who really need to start building up websites, their LinkedIn profile, and everything having to do with selling their brand or offering their services, whether it be support or a product. So I've been doing personal branding sessions for about 10 years, and it's really, really important. So I just want to go through a few of the reasons of why your image branding is really important. So what's the payoff for having a powerful personal brand? Well, when you're distinctive, you'll cut through the clutter. Potential clients will notice you. They will remember you. And when you get it right, the right people will be drawn to you like a magnet. All right. So if I was to filter through a lot of LinkedIn profiles and Facebook pages, there's a lot of selfies or self-taken portraits on there. And to be honest, it really sets a bit of a negative tone or an unprofessional tone. So it's really, really, really important to have an image that is crafted by somebody who knows what they're doing with light, with contrast, with posing, with expression. So I know that all of you probably have a fancier camera than I do, but it is not the equipment that will make the image. It is the connection between the photographer and the client, and it is an understanding of all the technical elements that go into play in terms of selecting and crafting an image for your branding or for your company. You can actually go and check out on my website, AllisonCordner.com, click on Portfolio. And then if you were to go into Portfolio, there's a drop-down menu and you're gonna see images for therapists and people in the wellness industry. And you can see some samples of some of the work I've done. Most recently, I worked with Clear Mind International, which is a huge international school based out of Vancouver that offers retreats, workshops, special talks, and a whole program for practitioners, so people who are stepping into being counselors themselves. So that company needed to have a complete brand rehaul for all of their staff and admin and teacher portraits. So that's one of my bigger portraits that turned out excellent, and it's a perfect example, if you go to their website, clearmind.com, of them wanting to have something that is not cookie cutter. The portraits were crafted with the idea that they wanted to have the person's personality, each staff member, every teacher's personality come in. So, I used different techniques there, combining lighting and wind in the hair and expression. So this is something that we discussed during a consultation, that where we go over your needs, your industry, what the image will be geared towards, and there's a lot that goes into play before the actual session so that we are really fully understanding what the options are and what needs to be done, because these images don't only need to be beautiful images. They need to, first of all, represent the colors of your brand. They need to be appropriate to your industry. They need to have a flow. They need to be photographed in dimensions that make sense for their end use. If you already have a website kind of set up and waiting to have images uploaded, they need to work with and flow across all platforms. So in hiring me, you are also hiring someone who has done this and understands the possibilities and the things to suggest to you that you may not have considered. So another important aspect of having professional images done for yourself across all platforms such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, website, blogs, your marketing materials and brochures is it builds credibility. Let's face it, if you're going to if you're trying to decide and narrow down your selection when you're trying to choose a vendor, a contractor, a service provider, are you gonna pick, and you have like a list of 3 that you've found, are you going to pick the one that has really unprofessional looking marketing, sloppy layouts, like, you know, candid images as their profile, or are you going to narrow down that 3 to the one that has like a really clean, precise interface and image branding? I probably you're gonna choose the one with the professional branding, because it not only builds credibility, it shows your true self through the images, it connects you with your target audience, it gives them really a consistent look, it makes them look professional, which therefore makes the client feel a lot more confident that they will be organized and will be able to help them with whatever their needs are. So you really need a photographer that will represent your brand and your message properly. And I think I have a really good sense of doing that for people because I take the time. And so go check out my website. I am also doing sessions in Vancouver. And so if there's a few things, you can check in with me to see when my next travel date is, or if you are able to get 3 friends to commit to sessions, and I would get 3 deposits, then I will fly down. So otherwise, if you're a company needing me to come, then there would be some expenses to be covered by you. But if you can get me enough clients that it makes sense for me to take the time off from Montreal, travel to BC, then we can talk. Let's talk, and we can make it work. It's pretty realistic. There's a lot of people who need to update their branding. So my packages start from $675, which includes 5 images, a consultation to thoroughly go over what the needs are. The session's usually about an hour and a half. We'll figure out what location, we'll have outfits planned out and laid out in advance. And whether you're a woman or a man, it is important to have nice, clean skin, powdered, made up if you're a woman. There's certain things that are basically, even if you're someone who doesn't wear makeup on your day-to-day, there's a difference between real life and cinema making and photography. And in photography, you know, there's certain things that you'll look really washed out. It's not reality. So you need to treat this photo shoot like a professional, and you need to have your makeup done properly for photo shoots. So we can talk about that. I have people who can do that. And also, you know, even MAC. Any MAC store, they now offer that kind of service. So it's really, really important. It's not a matter of I don't believe in makeup or whatnot. There's just certain things that need to happen in order for your images to be the very best. And you don't want to be spending money on excess retouching, because your images are retouched, but if there's a lot of problems like a lack of makeup and all that kind of stuff, then that's going to come out of your budget. Okay? So yeah. So to be in business today, our most important job is to be head marketer for the brand called you. So I'm inviting you to contact me. Go to AllisonCordner.com. You can reach me. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on, on Instagram. You can find me on Vimeo and YouTube, and you can find me everywhere. I've been around for a long time. I have a lot of referrals. And go check out clearmind.com, because there's a nice example in their staff section of what I've done. And I have done a whole lot of faces on LinkedIn. And this is something that you should be redoing. When you have new staff members, you should be redoing this. You should be redoing yours every year to 2 years, because people change, right? So you don't want to have there's nothing worse than having an outdated image from 5 years ago. You meet the person, you've changed hair colors, you've changed appearances, and they're like, who are you? This is not what I was expecting. So if someone's meeting you and they're saying, oh, you don't look how I then there's a problem there. You might want to start rethinking who you're working with in terms of creating your images, because you want to look like yourself, but the best, most professional version of yourself, catered to your industry. So again, go to AllisonCordner.com and send me a message. And sessions start at $675 for 5 images. And if you want more from there, you can add on. Or I also have a collection for your entire session. If you need a lot of images, even you in action, depending on your industry, multiple poses, stuff for yourself, then the top package is about $1,200. So let's talk, let's connect, because I love connecting, and I would be happy to help you resolve your issue and get you some beautiful images.